Greetings, Bassketeers. Josh Fossgreen here, back at you with another free bass lesson. This lesson today is brought to you by the International Interweb. So, today we're going to learn how to play some minor triad arpeggios on the bass guitar. To follow along, you'll want to download this PDF link here. Ta-da! How does he know it's going to be there? It's like digital magic. So while you're getting that ready, I'll tell you what's going on today. In the last couple lessons, we learned about major triad arpeggios, which are triad arpeggios coming from the major scale. Today we are coming from the minor scale. And we're going to be doing something similar, which is starting with a key, which is C minor, and then just taking the arpeggio up and down the neck, starting root position, then first inversion with the third on the bottom, then second inversion with the fifth on the bottom, and then back up to root position in the high octave, and then coming back down. I'll talk in a little more detail after we play this together. It's a little different than the way we did it in the major triad arpeggios lesson, because I want to show you a lot of different ways to practice these arpeggios. So enough talking. Here's the little groove we're going to be playing over. We're going to be banging our heads here. And here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Okay, that's lots of fun, right? So I want to talk for a minute here about different ways to practice arpeggios, because if you watch the major triads lesson and now you're doing this one, you'll notice there are a few things that are different. One thing is we changed the time signature. With the major triad arpeggios, we're doing it in 4/4, and this time we're doing it in 6/8. So by changing the amount of lag time you have at the end of the arpeggio, or if you repeat notes or not, you can change the time signature. Like we could put it in 4/4 by repeating the octave. Right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So it'd be the same arpeggio, we're just adding an extra repeat or two in there to get 8/8 notes instead of 6/8 notes in the pattern. There's a lot of different ways you could arrange that. You could drop the octave out of these patterns and just go 1 3 5 3 5 1 5 1 3. If you do it that way, that gives you a 5-note pattern: 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. You could repeat the top note: 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to practice these. I've explored many of them, probably not all of them, because there's a lot of different ones you can think of. I really encourage you to take the exercise we're doing today as a template for creating your own arpeggio exercises, because you just want to be able to move around arpeggios. If you can do that without having to think about it too much, it will make bass playing a lot easier. It'll make soloing a lot easier, because so much of the time you want to structure a line around an arpeggio, even if there's some other notes in your part that are more scalar than arpeggio-y. Just being able to move around the arpeggio for the most of the line and then add in the extra little note or something. There's a ton of benefit to being able to do this easily. So what we're doing today, again, is just kind of a workout, getting used to moving up and down the neck in one way that I can show you, and then you can come up with your own ways. So before we get on to exercise 2 there, which is a different way of fingering this, let's just do this one more time and really challenge yourself to look at the neck while you're playing it. If you can, you might still be reading the music at this point. Eventually you want to be looking at the neck and actually know what notes you're playing and how they fit into the scale as you're going. That will get you the most benefit from doing this kind of stuff versus just learning it off the tab and just having it be some pattern that you learned one time. You want to really put this into your pile of knowledge and integrate it all together. Okay, so let's get our little rock groove going here, and I'll count us in. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6. might be noticing as you're doing this with me that this doesn't seem like the easiest fingering to do this with. Like, couldn't we start on the E string with the root position arpeggio? Then we wouldn't have to shift as far because we only have to get to here. So it's from here to here is a lot further than from here to here. So I haven't designed these fingerings to be the easiest flow. Like if this was actually, if I had to play this exact thing in an actual musical context, I would probably start on the E string with my low C and do a different fingering so I don't have to do as much shifting. So there's a lot that's actually pretty inefficient about the way that we just fingered it, the way it's written in the tab there. And the reason for that, again, is I think that if you can play arpeggios with difficult fingerings, then you can play it with easy fingerings even easier. So in that spirit, we're going to go to exercise 2 now, which is the exact same music, same notes, same sheet music, but different tablature. So we're going to arrange the string notes on the strings a little bit differently. So the root position, we're going to go to the D string for the 3rd, and then we're going to do a big shift to that same E flat here for first inversion. We're going to take the 5th over to the A string, then second inversion, we're going to take the 3rd over to the D string, and then same shape for the root position as in the low octave. Okay, let's give this a try. Exercise 2 with the alternate tablature and fingering. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hopefully this is all making sense to you. If this is like way too hard at the tempo we're playing at, please do get out your own metronome, find a speed that works for you, and get yourself up to the point where you can do this play along. It's a great challenge you can give yourself. And if this is too easy, like you think you could play it faster, again, whip out your metronome and push the speed on it, because the faster that you can navigate arpeggios fluidly, the better, for so many reasons. If you need some help practicing your arpeggios, I really recommend that you check out my latest book, Electric Bass Scales and Arpeggios, where I've written out triad arpeggios and 7th chord arpeggios, as well as a ton of scales and other stuff in super detail in all 12 keys, so that you don't have to make up these exercises on your own, which I still recommend you do, but I also recommend that you check out this book to help you get a start and do some of the practice, and then hopefully get you to a point where you can see how to make these exercises yourself. I think you'll get a lot out of that. I really appreciate you watching. In the next lesson, we will take our major triads and our minor triads, combine them into a super duper Power Rangers fusion of reggae musical adventure. So I'll see you then. Be well.